English listening training. The functions of totem poles. The version of Synonym 2. Totem poles in North America are poles or posts carved with signs or icons by Aboriginal peoples of the Northwest Coast. Carved from large, straight trees and painted brilliant colors, the totem poles are not just unique works of art. The coastal peoples have long spread on knowledge from generation to generation through verbal traditions, and totem poles were the traditional way of telling the story of an individual family or lineage. The totem pole can be classified into specific types, contingent on its location and the occasion for which it was carved. Welcome poles were traditionally put on village beachfronts to greet visitors arriving by canoe. Inside the homes of high-ranking chiefs is where house poles were found. The family's history was carefully carved into each pole. Placed along the hind or front walls of a house, house poles also helped to support the principal beam of the roof. Memorial poles stood in front of a house. They were raised in memory of a deceased chief or a high-level clan member. The poles pictured the person's accomplishments or family history. Mortuary poles were also raised to honor the dead, but they differed from memorial poles, having a burial box fixed on the top of the pole. Inside the burial box were the remains of the deceased. While many of these poles can still be found in various locations on the west coast of North America, there is one pole that can now only be found in a museum, the shame pole. Traditionally, shame poles were carved for a chief to embarrass and deride another who had done something wrong. Once the wrong was made perfect, the pole was withdrawn. Totem poles are important expressions of specific Aboriginal cultures. Regardless of the threats posed by cultural and political persecution of colonial forces, the art of totem pole carving has survived. Aboriginal carvers continue to carve totems as symbols of their cultural dignity and clan kinship.